A Weekend in September by Savannah Sproul. We are on our way to the Del Mar Beach on Camp Pendleton, where the first campout of the Daddy-Daughter camping season will be held. After a long drive, we finally arrived in Del Mar campsite. Since the Del Mar campsite is on base, we had to go through special security to get in. Hey, we made it to Camp Pendleton, and now me and my dad are done setting up the tent. Setting up the tent is a big part of camping. It's fun and you get to spend quality time with your dad. After setting up the tent, dinner, and a movie, it was time to go to bed and watch the sunset. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. It's breakfast time. A usual camp breakfast looks like eggs, bacon, and coffee. Mornings with Med. Mornings with Med is a nationwide activity that takes place Saturday mornings every campout. This campout's Mornings with Med was tie-dye shirts. Big shout out to the host tribe, the Wildflowers, for putting together an epic water slide. We also had a fun time playing in the ocean. There was a new girl in our tribe named Elsa who caught some waves on her surfboard. She was really good. We are going to check out the chief of the tribe, Chief Banana Pants! That's my dad! Chief Banana Pants, what is your favorite thing about adventure guides?
My favorite thing is spending time with all the awesome girls.
Like me! Meow. Thank you.
Awesome.
Chief challenge for the Del Mar campout was a dance battle. After that, we had Nation Bead Trading. Nation Bead Trading is where the whole nation gets together and trades beads. Hi guys, it's Nation Bead Trading on Saturday afternoon, and I'm trading with BC.
And I'm trading with Savannah.
He wants this yurtle, and I want...
First time learning about a yurtle, love it. Turtle bead.
And I want an owl I see in there. Here. And
Okay, let's take a look. So we got a turtle, yurtle. Ooh, I'll do that deal. That's fair.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, thank you.
Yeah. Now walk to the pros. Oh, Savannah, what would you trade for this bead? I would give... Could I have a spiky? Sure, let's trade. Thanks. Hi, everybody. It is sunset at Del Mar Beach, and we are about to go to... Hollywood. Not Hollywood, Delaney, but that is the theme of this campout. That is also the reason why everyone is dressed so supreme. We're gonna go to Nation Fire. See you there. Nation Fire. During Nation Fire, we said goodbye to our former BC men and hello to the new. We also got a lot of candy from the littles. Then we talked about gratitude, like being thankful for the little things in life, such as friends and family. Then we had the Walk of Fire, where we officially welcome the new kids to our tribe. In the morning, we got an unexpected surprise by our host. I don't know. Then we finished the campout like we always did, with Zocalo. Another great Tahoe campout.
Hi, my name is Benicio, and I am going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, the planets. I am standing on the USA Martian Explorer, the Benicio. I love Mars. Let's start with Mercury, the closest planet to the sun. It is steaming hot. Ouch! Next is Venus. It is a rocky planet. Venus is one of the hottest planets because it has a thick atmosphere. No way I would move there. The third planet from the sun is home sweet home, Earth. Earth is a rocky planet. Earth is one of only 2 planets that has water. Next is Mars. Mars is a rocky planet with dry, dusty land. The surface of Mars looks like a desert. The Mars has ice at its poles. Mars is much colder than home sweet home. Mars is much further away from the sun than Earth. I would not mind living in Mars. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. It is the largest planet in our solar system. It is a gas giant. Thick orange and white clouds circle the gas planet. Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun. It is also the 2nd largest planet. It is also a gas planet. Saturn is called the ringed planet for the beautiful, bright rings around it. Uranus is the 7th planet from the sun. It is a mass of gas. Uranus gas is a pale blue color. Neptune is the furthest planet from the sun. It is also made of gases and clouds. The gases give Neptune a blue color. Pluto. I feel sorry for Pluto. Mother Earth no longer considers Pluto as a planet. This is Benicio reporting from Mars, the USS Benicio. Earthlings, I hope you enjoyed my report.
Throughout history, people in power have ordered the burning of books as a way to show authority over what people can read and think. Book burning is a threat to libraries, which support intellectual freedom and promote progress and learning.
If libraries were an important part of their lives, we were shocked to find out that only a third of people our age have been to public libraries in the past 6 months, and many have never been.
We wanted to make a film that reminded people that libraries are still important in our life.
So we went down to a library and interviewed a librarian to get more information about how libraries are different nowadays. Her name is...
Thanks, Miss Angela.
You're welcome. Hi, I'm Angela Steele. I'm from Chicago, and I'm interested in the libraries ever since I was younger. My mother was actually a librarian, so I grew up in libraries and didn't know that I wanted to be a librarian until later in my life.
What is your favorite thing about this job and why?
My favorite part of this job is helping people. I've always loved helping people, and I get to do that every day.
What is the most rewarding part of your job?
The most rewarding part of my job is having my patrons excited for either story time that's coming up, or they're really excited about a program in arts and crafts and they keep it home with them. anything that is evident that I was able to make an impact on their life.
Why do you feel libraries are so important to our community?
I think libraries are important to our community because everyone needs a place to belong, and there's a place for everyone to belong here at the library.
Eden, she said everyone belongs at the library. What does that mean?
This is a good question. Everybody belongs in a place they want to be included in. What would be the consequences to the world if libraries closed and went away?
If the libraries were to close, unfortunately, there wouldn't be any access to information, internet, story time, books, other materials that the library provides, a sense of belonging in the community, having a place to go when, unfortunately, the library is closed.
What is the hardest part of your job and why?
The hardest part of my job is to act when someone breaks the rules or the rules of conduct at the library. For example, there's no eating at the library, so unfortunately, they'll have to step outside and not eat in the library and come back in. Or if they're yelling or being disruptive with the other patrons.
What's your favorite book or author and why?
My favorite author is Dr. Seuss. So Dr. Seuss, that's why I fell in love with books.
There are some magnificent libraries in the world. Is there one that you have visited that you like the most?
I was fortunate enough to visit the Uffizi Library in Florence, Italy. It's beautiful. You walk in herringbone wood steps and books floor to ceiling, 2 stories. You need ladders to reach to the top. And not only that, they have desks along matching with the herringbone floors.
If you could send one message to the world as a librarian, what would it be and why?
There is something for everyone at the library. The question is, what is it?
What are the requirements for becoming a librarian?
Some of the requirements of becoming a librarian is getting a Master's of Library and Information Science, as well as having a volunteer and work experience in the library.
What was your favorite movie that was based on a book and why?
There's so many. Harry Potter, The Secret Garden, On the Come Up. There's also some Netflix series too, like, oh my gosh, there's so many. I would have to say if I had to choose one, but The Giver is really good too. The Giver by Lois Lowry, that's a classic. Okay, and Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare, you can't go wrong with that, but then there's a modern one, but there's so many. Okay, but if I had to choose one, it would be Harry Potter. There is something for everyone at the library. The question is, what is it?
Underestimated. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. For every human on Earth, there are estimated to be about 2.5 million ants, which would make about 20 quadrillion ants in total. But even though there are way more ants in the world than humans, they are often overlooked and considered to be a nuisance. However, ants are absolutely incredible. Ants can lift between 10 and 50 times their own weight. So, if enough ants unite, say around 2 billion, they can lift an elephant. That would be like a 100-pound human lifting between 1 and 2 tons. That's a lot, and also nearly impossible. Each species of ant has its own unique characteristics, but all of them are known for their hard work, cooperation, and patience. For example, leafcutter ants have specially adaptable jaws that work like a chainsaw. They can cut right through a leaf with no problem whatsoever. Like most ants, red harvester ants rely on their antennae to do their talking. They communicate quickly while they're passing each other as they are always working. As you can see, they excel in building intricate tunnels. Besides ants being incredibly hardworking, they are also pretty brilliant. These guys understand the value in keeping a clean house and keeping everyone healthy so that bacteria doesn't infect the rest of the colony. They build and maintain this junk pile of their POOP and all of their friends who have passed, RIP. These are just two of more than 15,000 species of ants. We humans could learn quite a lot from these tiny creatures, so the next time you see an ant colony, stop, observe, take note, and never underestimate the amazing ant. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah.
My dad is the most amazing dad. Of course he is, you might say. After all, he is my dad. But no, really, he is. He crafts with me, takes me to soccer on the weekends, and he makes the best hamburgers. He also survived a shark attack right here in San Diego last year. Now, can you say that about your dad? My dad has always been an active guy and has worked hard to be the best he can be. He played rugby before he married my mom and has been participating in triathlons. In 2024, he suffered from a life-threatening stroke, setting him back from his training for a few months. My dad recovered and came back stronger than ever and participated in his first Ironman. I mean, really, Dad, you are unstoppable. On Saturday, June 2nd at 7 a.m., Dad left to meet his triathlon group for their weekly swim at Del Mar Beach. Clear skies, lapping waves, something you see on a postcard.
On June 2nd, I was swimming off the shore of Del Mar, California, about 250 yards out. I was doing a training swim in preparation for a triathlon, and I was attacked by a 9-foot, approximately 600-pound great white shark. Initially, I did not know it was a shark, and when I was struck in my left side by a large impact, I didn't feel any pain, but I knew that a shark had me in its jaws. It bit me a second time, it released me, and then it came back after me again, and that's when I caught it in my hands. Caught it by its snout, almost like you're receiving a basketball, but it did leave me the opportunity to punch the shark twice, and I connected with its nose and its gills in the side of its head.
All alone in the bloody water, my dad called for help. Since the closest teammate was 30 yards away, Dad started to swim back to shore himself.
Again, to my good fortune, one of my teammates, Kevin Barrett and Cameron Wentz, they met me in the ocean and began to swim me into shore.
Caleb Adams was taken to Scripps Hospital. A couple stitches and staples later, he was sent home. Even though this occasion happened 9 months ago, he's not only recovering physically, but mentally. 5 months later, he was up and training for his next triathlon, to prove himself that he's unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, I'm a Porsche with no brakes, I'm invincible, yeah I win every single game, I'm so powerful, I don't need batteries to play, I'm so confident, yeah I'm unstoppable today.
Hi, my name is Madison White.
And my name is Violet Evans.
Today we're going to show you a movie on two best friends.
The two best friends' names are Banana and Pickle. Watch to find out how they resolve a fight that they get into. Hope you enjoy the show!
I'm so happy I got the lead in Romeo and Juliet.
Good morning, Banana.
Hi, Pickle. Anyways, I'm going to go to rehearsal. Bye. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's get this out of the way so you can go. See you later. Don't forget about dinner at 7:30.
Don't worry, I won't forget.
Hi, Banana. I'm glad you made it.
I'm starting to think that Banana forgot about dinner. That's it. I'm going to rehearsal.
Oh, hi.
Banana, you were
Pickle.
late for dinner. I've been waiting for like 30,000 years. I'm leaving. Goodbye. She's so annoying. I can't believe she forgot about our dinner. It's like the one day of the month that we're super excited. Ooh, this is such a nice cottage. Ooh, free ramen. Yummy. I am kind of hungry. Oh, I'm tired. I'm going to lay on the couch because I'm too lazy to find a bedroom. Good night.
Okay, guys, we need to find Pickle. Let's go.
I'm always last.
Who's in my house?
What's up? My name's
Well,
Pickle.
I am the wizard, and I can read your mind. I can help you get back to Fruit Bowl.
OMG, thanks. How could I ever repay you?
With ramen.
Okay, bye, the wizard.
Oh no, we're lost. We don't know which way to go.
Yes, I have a GPS. Let's go home, guys. I totally forgot. Oh, the guest is at the door.
Tee, I'm back.
I'm so sorry, Pickle. I will never bail out on anything again.
I'm also so sorry. Really, I promise I mean it.
Thank you for my ramen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I now present the villain who gives nightmares to your nightmares, the queen of all evil, Demonica! Hello, everyone. So you think you aren't a good enough villain, am I right? Well, I'm here to help. You may know me from some of my best crimes. And now for our first part. The main purpose of banter is to keep the heroes interested. Don't rampage in silence. Give them a sense of your personality. Can anyone give me an example of good banter?
Pterosaur! Banter?
Let's try saying this the next time you fight a hero. If I compared you to a monster, I'd apologize to the monster. And remember to ABC. Always be chatting. This next part is about punching up your pizzazz. Style includes your name, costume, and weapons. Don't try to fit in with other people. Boring. Lean into who you are. For example, no one is scared by RoboPants. But everyone fears Doomtronicon 2000. And no one is scared by Mummy Man. But everyone fears Tomb Lord, Reaper of Souls. And remember to share your flair. They say a man is known by the company he keeps. Well, a hero is known by his gallery of creeps. The thing is, if you want glory and fame, you're going to have to pick a good nemesis. For instance, no villain will want to fight above average man. But everyone loves Mega Superion! And no villain will want to fight Mediocre Maiden. But everyone loves Lady Huntress the Stalker. And don't just pick the most popular hero either. Your hero should understand you, and you should be able to make a connection. After all, you can't spell menacing archenemy Scourge without me and you. In conclusion, you have to talk to people, be yourself, and listen to others and their interests. That's how to be a better friend. Villain. Bye.
Hello everybody, my name is X, and today I'm going to be talking to you about self-talk. Self-talk is when you say positive or negative things to you or somebody around you. But to talk more about that, I've brought on my friend. Hello everybody, my name is Floyd, and I'm going to be talking to you about the two types of self-talk. The two types of self-talk are negative and positive. Negative self-talk, as it sounds, means when you say something negative to you or somebody around you. For example, you say something like, I'm the worst or you're the worst. That's negative self-talk. Positive self-talk is the opposite. It's where you say something nice to somebody. Like, you're the best, or I'm the best. But never let your ego go too high. Thank you, Floyd, for that. But me, I have an example. This all started when I was back in ninja school. This is me, all the way back when I was still in ninja school. You might be wondering, what does this have to do with self-talk? Well, you'll learn. Because every year we have this thing called the Ninja Olympics. It's kind of like the Olympics, but ninja style. But you might be wondering, why is this important? Because this is Brad. You might be wondering, what's up with Brad? Why is he important? Because he's a person who uses negative self-talk. But Brad didn't say it to himself. He said it to other people. This is called bullying, and you should never do this. Every year he used to use negative self-talk to me and say things like, you'll never win, you're the worst ninja I've ever seen, you'll never win the competition. That's what would happen. I would lose every year because I thought what he was saying was true, and I lost. This is because I never believed in myself. I always thought I was supposed to lose. And listen, I know some people can take these things that other people say, but some people can't. This actually offends some people, makes them feel down, makes them want to give up. And that's not what we're aiming for. This is why self-talk was created. This is supposed to boost your confidence up. And you're about to see that here. This was a day before the competition started. And Brad, as always, was using his negative self-talk words against me. And then my best friend Floyd stepped in. He told Brad what he was doing was called bullying. And so Brad left. Floyd also told me that using positive self-talk is a good thing, and how I should use it and say things like, I can do this, and I'm proud to be me. And so I did. And listen, you shouldn't hang around people who use negative self-talk, because then you might start using it. And how would you feel if someone said things like that to you? And back to the story, using my positive self-talk, I actually won the trophy. But then Brad came. He said he was sorry for what he'd been saying through all these years and that he would like to become friends. And I said yes, because I'm giving him a second chance. That story actually brings a tear to my eye. Well, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.
Thanks, Ivan. Great to see it taking off.
Something else that took off, a podcast made right here on campus that's featured on a national public radio.
Itzel has the details.
Last year, MagTV 4th graders took on the NPR challenge of making a podcast. It was the first time the contest was open to students as young as 4th grade. And you know what? We won.
How do you feel that you heard your voice on a national radio?
I felt just so proud of being a part of something so kind and thoughtful like that. And I hope we can do more soon. And it's just always going to be a memory.
Students told the story of their friend Leland Corman.
What do you remember about what happened to you that day?
I was trying to double bounce her, and then my head just slammed right into hers.
It turns out that slam had caused a massive head injury that would send Leland into the hospital for months.
This is Bouncing Back, a podcast from 4th graders at Magnolia Elementary School in Carlsbad, California. A story that takes us from trampoline to triumph.
The kids brought the story to life through natural sound like the trampoline springs and through interviews.
The podcast was about our friend Leland and the challenges he's overcome. We're proud to show how amazing he's doing. What was your favorite part of the podcast?
My favorite part is going to all these places and interviewing people. And we did it all for Leland, which is so cool. And then won and got on national radio. And it's so awesome. And I just think
that is awesome.
We've accomplished something really big.
The team wrote, recorded, and edited together an 8-minute long story, which was then judged by people at the NPR, going up against entries from all over the country.
It was amazing. You guys spent your time, you worked hard just to make a podcast all about me. It's all amazing.
By winning the contest, the team was featured on NPR's website and their show called All Things Considered.
It's personal for me because I still do listen to NPR on a daily basis. So to actually hear our students' voices on the program was a really big deal for me. And as MagTV, our job is to tell stories. So for us to be able to find that really compelling story in Leland's achievements, and to be able to highlight that, I just feel incredibly proud, and it's a big deal.
If you haven't heard the podcast, you can check it out here. And if you're interested, you also can enter this coming year. From MagTV, I'm Itzel. Back to you, Sadie.
Hi, my name is Evie.
Hi, my name is Evelyn.
And we are kids who are making a difference in the world.
Wait, how exactly are we making a difference?
And that's what you guys are about to find out.
Wait, where's Emmy?
Ew, I traveled wrong again.
Wait, why is a plastic bag on your hand when you're in the compost bin?
I don't know.
And that's why we're going to teach you about composting.
There are many different ways to compost. We could just stand here talking about all the different ways until we all die and turn into skeletons.
But, Amy, let's not go too far down Crazy Town, because we still have stuff to teach. But that actually could happen. And this whole composting thing sounds really fun.
Now who's going down Crazy Town?
The first step to composting is, having food.
That's right, doesn't take much to compost. You can compost coffee grinds, paper filters, tea bags, eggshells, but make sure not to compost any of these foods because they will not break down and worms can't eat them. Citrus fruits, onions and garlic, meat, dairy products, and bones.
The next thing you need to learn is picking up litter. There are so many ways to help the world by picking up litter.
We are here to make sure you know that if you find a bottle of poisonous liquids, don't drink it.
Picking up litter is a small thing but makes a big difference in the world. If you pick up anything like plastic, bag, wrapper, foam, styrofoam, or any sort of animal leavings and anything similar to all that can go in the trash can.
Next up is recycling. Recycling is a really big part on helping the environment. You can recycle paper, cans, cardboard boxes, plastic bottles, or any sort of plastic-like materials, cardboard products, paper products, or any can-like material.
Now we're going to teach you about climate change.
Climate change is a huge problem in the U.S.
Yes, huge.
Climate change is when either people litter or use oil or gas.
This attracts the sun, creating something called greenhouse gas.
Now you're starting to get it.
Another type of bad gas is cow farts. Cow farts create a gas called methane gas.
Dang it, I thought you were starting to get it. Well, I guess I was wrong. It's true. We love you, cows, but you gotta stop farting.
And that's why cows are stink.
Evelyn!
What? It's true. Sorry, cows, but you're cooked.
Literally. Why is climate change so bad? That's a good question, Evelyn. Well, you see, climate change affects the environment in many ways, including rising temperatures, sea level rising, drought, flooding, and more.
Wow, I'm surprised we're done already. I hope this video informed you on how easy it is to help the planet.
Wow, talking a lot sure does make you tired. I know, right? I'm gonna go sleep in the trash can. She's weird. String cheese.
Hi, Ryan. What you doing?
Just drawing.
Okay, let's finish this homework quickly. I finally finished my homework. Hi, Lily. Hi. Have you heard of the new iPhone 16? It's so sly.
Oh yeah, I saw an ad. It has like Apple Intelligence.
Oh my God, Ryder! Why did you bring Lily in here? She just ate my homework after I finished it.
What?
Hi, Mr. McGrath.
Oh, hi, Addie. How are you doing?
Good.
Did you do your homework?
Yes, but my leopard gecko ate it.
Ha ha, very funny.
I'm being serious. My leopard gecko ate it.
Well, since I don't see it, you're getting an F-.
No, she didn't eat all of it. I still have this.
Okay, well, I'll grade the problems that you have.
Ryder, you better not bring Lily over here. Do some more homework. I'm finally done with my homework. Now, let's party. This hurts. I guess I'm too old and can't party. Oh my gosh, Ryder, why did you bring Lily in here? She just ate my homework after I ate it. Oh my gosh, Ryder, why did you bring Lily in here? She just ate it after I finished it.
Ate what?
Stop.
Okay.
Everyone asks me what it's like being a 5th grader in sunny Southern California.
And don't get jealous, because it's pretty perfect. So here's a play-by-play inside look of a typical day of my friends and I.
In the morning, I like to do yoga and get some California fresh air. Then I go on a ride on my beach cruiser. And of course,
All my girlies are cheering me on. Then I make sure I look summer ready. Then I get my everyday pink drink and a bite to eat. Then I like to journal my thoughts out. Then we head into the Beachmobile to have fun in the sun. Then we lay out in the same spot every time, which is in front of Lifeguard Tower 25. Then we go into the pool to rinse off all the salt water and sand from the beach. After, we settle down with some skincare, then turn it up with some groovy tunes. We then grab our Stanleys, which are filled with a refreshing drink. Then we vibe out to a Katy Perry song. After a long day, we like to get our beauty sleep.
Wake up, Elle! Elle! You got work to do! Elle, come on, wake up. You've been sleeping for ages. You must all have English and there's this like annoying test and notes. I just don't want you to get in trouble. Come on, wake up!
Girl, what happened? You were exhausted.
You missed so much English.
Lucky.
Well, I had this perfect dream. I dreamt of getting Starbucks.
What? My mom would never let me get Starbucks.
And then we spent the whole day at the beach.
The beach? I would die to do that.
Yeah, and it just seemed like the perfect way. Oh, and then we rode in the back of a truck. A truck? That must have been so freezing. No, it was amazing. What?
You must have had the best day ever.
I did. Then we did yoga, skincare, and tied it in with a sleepover.
That's awesome. Like a day on TikTok.
That's probably because it wasn't real.
You know what is real? Our friendship. I bet you had the best day ever.
You know what? I did. But this place is great. And it's even better with you guys.
Wait! Where's Taylor?
I have a secret. I actually am not a California girl. I'm just a 4th grader in Nebraska. I've actually been to the Bay Area once, but it was for my grandma's funeral.
All humans do is eat all day. They get all the good food, and they never give me any. I wonder, how do they walk on only 2 feet? What is that weird scribble that's on me? Why do they have so much of the green things? It's not fair that humans get everything. I wish I could be a human, even just for one day.
Wait, now that I think about it, I'm a human, and I have human powers. Wait, human snacks! Too much food. I gotta sleep.
Woof, 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 woof and Gangnam Style.
I wish I could be a dog. All they do is eat, sleep, and repeat.
Dogs have it so easy.
Wait, what happened? I'm a dog. I can't wait to play and relax all day. Toys. And I get infinite pets. Ew. I have to eat disgusting food and drink dirty water. And I have to sleep on a super uncomfy bed.
I'm human again. Hooray!
And I'm a dog again.
A busy start to the year. Thanks, Jimmy.
As you probably know, cell phones and smartwatches are no longer allowed here at Magnolia, at least during the school day.
Quinn has more on the new district-wide policy.
Thanks, Henry. Did you know Carlsbad Unified is the first school district in all of San Diego County to actually have a no phone policy? I'm Magnolia, as well as all elementary and middle schools in the district. It's no phone use during the school day. At high schools, they're not allowed to use them during class time. We talked to teachers, parents, and students about it.
Before the phone policy, students kind of had the feeling that they could go to their phone if they wanted to, and a lot of times their mind was just focused on that, seeing that screen. But now that they know those phones are away and they're off all day from the time the school starts to the time school ends, it's not even an issue for them.
I'm sure that in families, they like the idea of being able to connect and communicate when they need to. So I'm sure that there's some families that aren't thrilled about especially the watch part of it. But I have had kids that it's been a distraction and they've called home or texted during the school day. So to me, I don't see a lot of negatives, but I understand from a parent's perspective how some parents might not love it.
Governor Gavin Newsom just signed a new law that says every school in California will soon need to come up with their own cell phone policies to limit phone use at school.
I like it, but I think we should be able to use it a little more often.
So we here at Magnolia and the entire Carlsbad Unified District is leading the way for all of California.
Definitely, before school, I see kids interacting and playing more, and they're not really just hanging out by their backpacks by themselves. So I think it's great that, kids are really talking together and playing together more.
From macsd, I'm Quinn. Back to you, Henry.
You guys. Thanks, Elin. Also, this past month, we had the Cooper Carlsbad soccer tournament. It featured every elementary school in Carlsbad, and Liv takes us there.
Thanks, guys. The Magnolia Lions were well represented at the Cooper Carlsbad tournament. The Lions were represented by our 5th grade teams who practiced for weeks getting ready for the tournament. Yeah! What's the Cooper Carlsbad experience been like for you?
It's really nice. I get to play with all my friends that I usually play school ball with. I like playing it. It's a really fun experience for a lot of people. So.
Well, it's really fun to play with a bunch of girls from my grade and girls that I really get along with. And I learned how to build better teamwork. And it's just been a really fun experience.
A our boys finished tied for third and our girls tied for fourth. It's been good. I've got to hang out with all my friends that I normally play with at school, and it's a good experience for all of us in every school, getting to hang out and play some soccer. Well, the great showing by the Lions from Covenant to Carlsbad. I'm Liv. Back to you guys.
Welcome to
How to Save the Ocean.
I'm Leo.
I'm Naisla.
And I'm Leslie. Today we are going to be talking about the ocean problems and how to stop them. Between 4 and 12 million metric tons of plastic enter the ocean each year, enough to cover every foot of the coastline on the planet.
And that amount is projected to triple in the next 20 years. You can help reduce that amount by bringing your own trash bag, or if you've seen any trash in the ground, pick it up and throw it in the right bin.
Another huge problem the ocean has is sea animals getting taped or tangled in nets, ropes, or containers. Even scientists estimate that more than half of the world's seabirds and sea turtles have eaten plastic in their lifetime.
Not only that, but fertilizer and pesticides fall into the ocean, which then causes pollution in the water. And if you leave plastic in the ocean, plastic debris will just break up down into microplastics.
We can help this by properly disposing our trash and using reusable things such as metal straws, reusable bags, and reusable water bottles. Hey Leo, have you ever heard of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch?
Actually, yes, I have heard of it. Supposedly, it is a huge patch of garbage that is collected into one singular big pile. It also says that it is so huge that it is basically the size of an island.
One thing about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is you can't really see what size or how big it is, or how much trash there is. It is really unpredictable.
The reason they call it the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is because it's causing many to believe that these are islands of trash. Here is another photo of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, but from far away.
Wow, for a big pile of trash to look like an island is actually kind of sad and crazy.
So what can we do to save the ocean?
Well, 1, reduce your use of plastic.
2, recycle plastic.
3, eat sustainable seafood.
4, participate in beach, lake, or river cleanups.
And 5, learn about the ocean. In fact, we're going to show you an example of what you can do to help the ocean.
OMG, why is there so much trash on the sand?
I have an idea. Why don't we pick up the trash?
Great idea. Here, I'll go find a trash bag from the car. I'm pretty sure my mom has some in there from when she went to clean the car.
Okay, I'll stay here and wait.
Okay, be right back. I found one.
Okay, let's start. Guys, it's not nice to the ocean when you litter. Make sure you're always picking up after yourself and having respect for the environment. That's it for our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!
Thanks, Maribel. That's one way to share art. Here's another, the new little library on campus.
Molly shows us the newest addition to our school. Hi guys, have you noticed this brand new little library? It's right here by the front office. This is a spot where you can take books, bring them back, or even donate them once you finish reading.
So I thought if we put one up here at the school where kids ride their bikes and, play around, they come to the field and they play, especially during days when we're not in school, like Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, summer break, kids can still have access to books, even when I'm not here.
The little library is a great way to encourage reading, and it's open to everyone. You can take books home to read, then return them once you're finished and choose another one.
I think it's a nice addition to the school, adding to the library, and I think it'll encourage kids to read more because there's a lot of fun books in there, and this is a cute box.
If you see a book inside that you like, you can take it. It's yours to take and keep forever. If you have books that you've read and you don't want to keep them anymore, you want to donate them, then you can put them in the little library for someone else to take.
It will help benefit you because if you don't have too many books checked out at the library and you can't check out anymore,
then you could use some of these books to read.
This is a great way to keep reading fun for everyone, and I can't wait to see how this little library goes. For Mag TV, I'm Molly. Back to you, Nora.
Thanks, Vivi. We were thankful to have the BMX assembly back at Magnolia this past month.
They came with a positive message and a high-flying show.
It was Mr. Luigi's first chance to experience it from the top of the ramp. Sophie takes us there.
Hi guys, the excitement and the bikes were sky high once again at the BMX assembly. They kicked off Red Ribbon Week on the backfield. It was another epic performance by Dustin and Merrick, who have been bringing the gravity-defying talent and important messages to school, now for more than 20 years.
Make sure you're going for the goal. Go for your dreams. Number 1, be motivated.
This year was no different, except this time it was Mr. Leach's turn to face the jump.
I could literally feel my heart beating through my chest, but it was super fun.
It was scary to jump over Mr. Leach. If I was being honest, we set it up to where I wasn't going to jump over him. And yeah, on the last second, I was like, I think I got the speed. I'm going to go ahead and try it. And turns out it worked. So.
But it wasn't just about the tricks. Dustin and Merrick also talked to us about making smart decisions in life. They shared stories about believing in yourself, avoiding negative influences, and staying determined to achieve your goals.
What does it mean to you to inspire kids like this?
Oh, to inspire kids, it's the best part of my day. That's what it means. It means a great deal to me because I was once that kid looking out into the crowd. I remember the first time I saw a bike show, I was driving by it, actually, and I made my dad pull over. And then from that moment forward, I knew, like, I want to do that one day. So I hope that maybe I can inspire kids to do not necessarily sports or biking, but anything at all.
Then, of course, it was the big moment we were all waiting for, the backflip. By the end of the show, our school was full of excitement and inspiration. Dustin and Merrick reminded us that just like learning a trick on a bike, success comes with practice, patience, and always making good decisions. What a great way to jump into Red Ribbon Week. From Mag TV, I'm Sophie. Back to you guys.
Schools cause about 562,442 tons of waste each year in California.
Hi, I would like to adopt a cat. That's great, but there are a few things you need to know before you do. The first thing you need to know is you need to have the right equipment. You need 2 bowls for food and water, a litter box, a bag of litter, toys, cat furniture, and a box. Why a box? Cats enjoy tight spaces. It makes them feel safe. The second thing you need to know is don't harass your cat. Hard staring is very scary. Don't make direct eye contact and do the slow blink. What's the slow blink? It's a way of saying, I'm friendly, I won't hurt you, I'm not being threatening. And if the cat slow blinks back, that means that cat likes you. The third thing you need to know is, don't punish your cat, even if they're doing something you don't like. But how do you get them to stop? You distract them. That's all you need to know. Enjoy your cat. Thank you.
Thanks, Quinn. Did you know the Great Kindness Challenge, now celebrated in schools worldwide, started right here in Carlsbad? It's proof that one great idea can spread kindness everywhere.
Studies show that schools that prioritize kindness see a 23% drop in bullying and an 11% increase in academic success.
Hello!
So one student at a time, one school at a time. What can we do to make a difference?
To smile at people. Invite someone to sit with you for lunch.
Like stand up for them yourself. And there are some programs here at Magnolia focused on this very thing.
When we teach kindness, we're teaching people to be more empathetic. And when people are more empathetic, we're making our community and our world a kinder place.
Remember, when we choose kindness, everyone wins. Let's make 2025 our winningest year yet. For Mag TV, I'm Lucy. Back to you, Quinn.
Miss Recycle! Miss Recycle! Guess where I found this plastic bottle? Where? Where did they throw that dirty plastic bottle? In the recycling bin. Are you kidding me? Don't kids know that they're supposed to empty out everything? Clean it up, squash it to make it small? Well, I guess not. Wow, we're gonna have to teach them trash. Who puts trash in here? Aluminum can, but they gotta crush it. Plastic bottle, they left water in it. Why would they do that? There you go, little Hank. My back. And if you want to be even more helpful, if you see your friends recycling incorrectly, inform them how to recycle properly. No way! Remember, we want to live forever. So please, recycle us and help keep our environment clean.
Hi, my name's Henry, and I'm here to show you that anyone can cook with HelloFresh. Today, I'll be making a pork noodle stir fry, and here are the ingredients. Green onion, peanuts, noodles, pork stock, carrots, soy glaze, peanut butter, red pepper flakes, vinegar, Szechuan paste, and garlic. Here are the things you'll need from home: butter, salt, pepper, oil, and sugar. You'll also need a big pan, a bowl, a strainer, a whisk, a peeler, a grater, and a big pot. Here's the first step: prep. Pause to read it if you want. First, always wash your hands before doing anything. Fill a pot with water and add a pinch of salt. Heat it up and keep an eye on it until it boils. Now it's time for our produce. Wash the green onions and carrots, then peel the garlic. Once the garlic is peeled, finely mince them. Then, cut the ends off the green onion and cut everything else but the tops into big pieces and the rest into small strips. Now, cut both ends off the carrots and make sure to compost all of these extra pieces. After you cut the ends off the carrots, peel the skin off them and grate them. Now for the peanuts. Roughly dice them, but not too small. Now for step 2. Make sauce. Take your soy glaze, pork stock, Szechuan paste, vinegar, peanut butter, 3 teaspoons of sugar, and 1/3 cup water, and whisk them together in your bowl until smooth and mixed in. Now for step 3. Start pork. Add a drizzle of oil into your pan and add all of your pork. And always wash your hands after touching raw meat. Cook the meat until there's no pink left, stirring with the spatula to cook all of it. And now step 4. Finish pork. Add your garlic, big green onion pieces, and sauce into the pan with the meat. Stir it until the sauce is evenly coated with the meat. Then, step 5. Cook noodles and stir fry. Once your pot from step 1 is boiling, add all the noodles and cook them until they are soft. Then, strain the water out of them and rinse with cold water. Add the noodles, carrots, a tab of butter, a sprinkle of salt, and some pepper into the pan, and mix it in. Finally, step 6. Serve. Add a portion from the pan into a bowl, garnish it with the thinly sliced green onion and peanuts, and enjoy. Here is the pork noodle stir fry that I created, and I hope you see how easy it is to cook with HelloFresh. This dish was amazing, and I really enjoyed it.
Dances are a beautiful expression of culture, and baile folklórico is one of them. These Mexican dances take time and practice to turn into a master. Today I'll guide you step by step through some of the basic moves of the Mexican region of Veracruz. Today I'm wearing my practice skirt. If you have a long skirt, you can follow along, but if you don't, we can solve that. You can still follow along by doing the hand and arm motions. During an actual performance, a full baile folklórico often looks a little more different, more professional, like this. Step 1, zapateado. This is a foundational step used a lot in the dances from Veracruz, often combined with other movements. It's important to practice these steps because it will help you with the next ones. First, you're going to start with your right and do a heel stomp. Heel stomp, and then you do it with your left. Heel stomp, right, heel stomp, left, heel stomp. And then you're going to do it a little more faster. Step 2, double steps with a hop. Once you got the zapateado down, the next move builds on it. This step includes 1 double tap and a small hop, followed by 3 double taps and another hop. So first you're going to start with your right and stomp 2 times with your right. 1, 2. Then your left leg goes up and then your right hops. And your left leg stomps 1, 2, right, 1, 2, left, 1, 2. Then your right foot goes up and then your left hops. Step 3, kick and cross step. The last step I'll show you is called the kick and cross step, which is used to move gracefully with the skirt. So first you're going to hop with your left, and then your right kicks, and then your left kicks. And then your right kicks, and then your right goes in, and then you hop, your left kicks, your right kicks, and then your left kicks. And then your left goes in, your right kicks, your left kicks, and your right kicks. Your right goes in, 1, 2, 3, in, 1, 2, 3, in. And then with the skirt, it's like this. You got this. With practice, these steps will become an amazing dance. Keep practicing and enjoy the beauty and energy of baile folklórico.
Hi, my name's Henry, and I will show you everything about this Spike Prime Lego Robotics Kit and what it does. First, we have normal Lego pieces. This is the normal stuff you'd find in Lego sets. Now, I'll show you why it's a robotics kit. Here we have a motor, which when it's powered can rotate pieces. Next, we have the sensors. These sensors can feel distance, color, and force. This is the hub. This is the most important piece. It supplies the power and signals from the 6 ports on its sides to your build. It has lights on the top, doubles as a gyroscope, and connects to a laptop. When connected to a laptop, you can create code and send coded actions to the motors and sensors. Today, I'll be building this breakdancer. This template is from the Spike Prime website. For the first section, I'll build the legs of the breakdancer. Watch me build and see the computer steps as I'm building. Then, I'll build the body of the breakdancer. It didn't take me more than 15 minutes to complete the breakdancer build. And here's the finished Lego breakdancer. But it doesn't stop there. Now we take this cord and plug it into my laptop. This connects the hub to my laptop and to allow us to code. Now, I'll make the code using the Spike Prime website. It has easy visual code for you to experiment with choosing different actions. For example, there is a motor command, and you can change variables in it to make it spin longer or in different directions. There are also sensor commands, where if the sensor detects green, then it does whatever action code you put beneath it. There's also sound and light code to add music and color into your build. In my build, I'm using 2 motors and 1 sensor. One of the motors is at the bottom powering the legs, and the other motor is the torso of my character, which powers the arms. The sensor is the head, and I coded it to detect green. Now my code should be finished, so let's test it. I messed up in my code and forgot to add a forever loop to it. After fixing it, it works perfectly. But with Spike Prime, a breakdancer isn't all you can make. You can also use all of these templates or create your own. I had a lot of fun building and coding with the Spike Prime, and it was also a fun way to learn coding.
Hey guys! Today we're here to talk about the history of hip-hop and some hip-hop dance moves. By the end of this video, you're gonna know the 4 elements of hip-hop. So let's get down to business. The 4 elements of hip-hop are the foundation of the hip-hop community. One of the elements are breakers. Breakdancers express themselves through movement and creativity. They tell a story with their emotions. The next one is DJ. They use turntables to mix music and create beats and sounds, and they create a vibe. Next, another element is graffiti. They use art for a form of protest and creativity. They also use art for expressing their emotions. Isn't it cool how people can express themselves through art? Last one is MCs. They are the masters of ceremonies. They are also performers who deliver lyrics and vocals with a focus on engaging with the audience. Now that we're done, let's start talking about some hip-hop dance moves. Okay, so first we have the kitten flip. For the kitten flip, you'll need a partner. First, you're going to kick up, and then step back with your left, and do that 2 more times. On the last one, you're going to kick up, grab the arm of your partner, and your partner will grab yours, and spin around in a circle. Let's try it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now we have the cross step. For the cross step, you cross over your left foot, then cross over your right. You step behind your left foot, then you step right, and then you turn in a circle. Now let's do that again, but faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to teach you the grapevine. For the grapevine, you step to the side, you step behind, then step to the side again. Then, you do that to your right side of the leg. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. And last but not least, we have the kickball chain. For the kickball chain, you're going to kick with your left, step down, and then you're going to step out with your right. Then just do that with your left. In 3, 2, 1. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned some history and dance moves.
How to become more healthy.
Stop what you're doing. Eating and watching videos is not healthy.
Yeah, we need to become more healthy.
You're right. We should become more healthy. This isn't good for our body.
Can you help me to become more healthy?
Of course we will help you.
Get enough exercise.
These are some ways to exercise.
You can do sports like basketball, soccer, and so many more.
You can also meditate in the pool to relax your body.
Get a good night's sleep.
Getting a good night's sleep means it can help you not get sick often. It also can improve your mood, reduce stress, and get along better with people.
It also helps you think more clearly, form long-term memories, and do better in work or school.
By getting good sleep, you can also lower your risk for serious heart problems like diabetes and heart disease.
Drink plenty of water and eat a healthy diet.
Did you know that drinking 5 cups of water can reduce risk of heart disease?
A diet can be more effective than exercise.
95% of dieters regain their lost weight within 5 years.
And that's how to become more healthy.
Thank you. I will start doing those things.
And that's how to become more healthy.
Africa is indeed a continent and not a country. There are probably more misconceptions about the African continent than anywhere else on Earth. Even being only 11 years old, we have heard both kids and adults state misinformation about this amazingly diverse continent. Sometimes this misinformation can be harmful. So today, we want to debunk a few of the most common misconceptions. Misconception number 1, Africa is a country. This couldn't be farther from the truth. Africa is a massive continent comprised of 54 individual countries that have their own unique history, culture, and traditions. Misconception number 2, when people think there's only one language.
Do you speak African?
Out of the 7,000 languages spoken worldwide, over 3,000 languages are spoken on the African continent alone.
Yao, how do you say good morning in the Ga language?
Ojeko.
Good morning in the Twi language is Mache.
Misconception number 3, all Africans live in huts. Just like everywhere else in the world, Africans live in all types of homes. Some live in huts, some live in apartments, condos, and some live in massive mansions. It varies country to country, city to city, neighborhood to neighborhood, and house to house. Misconception number 4, all Africans look the same. There are all shades of people in all parts of Africa. Some people from the same region, country, or family may have some similarities, but no two people look exactly the same, let alone an entire continent of people. Misconception number 5, wild animals just roam the streets throughout Africa. This might sound cool, but it is just so not true. There are wild game reserves in some countries where you can see a variety of animals. However, when you're walking to school, just like we do here in Encinitas, the only things you might see are a bus, other students, and if you're lucky, a few birds.
Our last misconception is that Africa isn't a good or safe place to visit. For a long time, it was called the Dark Continent, and for some people, that included a negative connotation. However, anyone who has been there knows this is a continent of joy. The food, music, clothing, people, languages, dancing, and long-standing traditions make Africa a beautiful place. In our opinion, the most beautiful place. So the next time you hear about Africa, remember the diversity, beauty, and joy of this amazing continent.
Thanks, Henry. Another important event that happened this month, Immigration Day.
5th graders heard stories from people who moved to our country, including one of our own classmates.
Quinn takes us inside the event.
When you look around your classroom, you might not realize how many different places your friends and teachers come from. But during Immigration Day, 5th graders learned that everyone has a story, and some started far from Carlsbad. Students heard firsthand from a panel of immigrants, including parents, teachers, and even their own classmate, Hoffa, a 5th grader at Magnolia that moved to the U.S. from Brazil.
I was treated very well in Magnolia, and all my friends took good care of me, but also anywhere else I was treated really good. Yeah, everybody's awesome.
Others shared stories about leaving their countries for education, job opportunities, or safety. Students listened closely as panelists talked about learning English, finding new friends, and what they miss most about their homelands. If you could have one day back in your home country, what would you do?
I would eat food. Just eat a lot of food and probably just hang out with my friends that are from Brazil.
Immigration Day wasn't just about history. It was about real people, real stories, and real connections. And if there's one thing 5th graders took away, it's this. Everyone has a story, and every story matters. From Mag TV, I'm Quinn. Back to you, Everly.
My name is Emma from Flora Vista Elementary School. It's important to support and acknowledge LGBTQ plus people because it can decrease bullying situations and insecurity. My twin is non-binary, which means they're not a boy or a girl, and they were really brave to come out to the entire 3rd grade. That made me really think about how brave people can be to escape those gender roles. When people learn to accept each other, we can move mountains. It's hard to explain LGBTQ plus because there are so many different and wonderful people in the diverse community. I can't go over all of the identities because there are so many, but the main reason people are LGBTQ is because they don't feel like the normalized gender roles of society. But why do those gender roles have to be normalized? People are free to be whoever they want to be. What's your name and what are your pronouns?
My name is Ryan and my pronouns are she/her.
My name is Lucy and my pronouns are she, her.
My name is April, my pronouns are they, them.
My name is Johan Geary and my pronouns are they, them.
My name is Penny and my pronouns are she, her.
Why do you think it's important to learn about LGBTQ plus from an early age?
I think it's good to learn from an early age because you're younger and your brain stacks in more information. So yeah.
I think kids should learn about LGBTQ plus at a young age because why be surprised at it as an adult when you can learn more as a kid?
It is important to learn about LGBTQ plus at a young age so you're more prepared for encounters as an adult.
How does it feel when people don't understand that you're LGBTQ?
It's very awkward.
Well, for me, if I explain what I am and they don't really understand, it feels like they're kind of being rude to me, but also the fact that they're just undereducated, that they're still people, but they just need a little more time to learn, and that if they did learn, it would make a lot of things very better.
Hello, what's your name and what are your pronouns?
My name is Jenny Older and my pronouns are she, her, hers.
What is your occupation?
I am proud to be an English high school teacher at LCC.
Are there any LGBTQ plus clubs at the school you work at?
At LCC, we have a GSA, which is for LGBTQ students or anyone. Allies are always welcome, and we're lucky to have a wonderful teacher that supports that club. And we also have another club called Good Humans that also helps teachers support other students in class to make sure that the school is inclusive.
How can you support LGBTQ plus students?
As an English teacher or any other teacher, I think it's really important just to normalize that LGBTQ people are just like everybody else and they are part of our history. They are part of our communities, and just by being inclusive in your language and telling stories and having conversations that really humanize people who are transgender or bisexual or however someone wants to present, I think that just makes people feel good.
Some people on internet platforms are saying that LGBTQ people have an illness. This, of course, is not true and can be very hurtful. If you know anyone that is doing this, please tell them to stop and that it's very hurtful.
There's something special brewing across the street at Valley Middle School, and it's more than just coffee. Every Friday morning, students run a campus cafe called the Viking Bean, but it's about a lot more than lattes and pastries. It's a project that brings students together, teaching skills that go far beyond the classrooms. Here's Molly.
Right across the street from Magnolia at Valley Middle School, Friday mornings smell like coffee. But what's really brewing is something much stronger.
And it's all done now. We have to go get a lid.
It's called the Viking Bean, a student-run cafe where the most important thing on the menu isn't what's in the cup, but who's serving it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Bailey.
General education and special education students work side by side, taking orders, making drinks, and learning lessons that can't be taught from a textbook. For some, it's a chance to practice responsibility and communication.
Okay, that's good.
For others, it's a lesson in patience, kindness, and seeing ability over disability.
We've built a fabulous world of inclusion here.
Gets them like a little more involved instead of just like sitting in here learning stuff. They actually get to like go out and explore, and it's really fun for them.
It's a special treat for Friday, and we like it. We always get it with a smile, so it brings the end of the week to a perfect ending.
Each Friday, the students take on different roles, from barista, order takers, to delivery runners, and they work as a team to keep the Viking Bean running smoothly.
And it's probably the highlight of their week.
Wait. Yes, you can't wait. So it's an awesome time for all of our kids to be together and support each other.
The Viking Bean isn't just serving up coffee, it's serving up confidence, connections, and a stronger school community, one cup at a time.
Cheers.
A small cafe making a big difference. For Mag TV, I'm Molly. Back to you.
Some Things You Didn't Notice by Olivia Isaac. Sometimes I think about butterflies flying in the sunlight. I'll think that they're perfect, but they're not. And no one ever knows that. Someone says you're not perfect, they're right.
Nobody's
when
perfect.
Someone says nobody's perfect, they're right. The world isn't perfect, but I think it's alright. I think I'm alright. Some flowers don't have all their petals. One of those famous stars are leaning anyway. Some inventions took 243 tries to make and still aren't perfect. Used to not be able to walk, be able to talk. Now you think I'm joking. Nobody's perfect. I didn't notice. You didn't notice. There's one thing we all have in common. We're all imperfect. Sometimes I think about T Swift and notice something you won't believe it. She's imperfect. Like everyone will know once they listen to my song, that's okay. You can think about the song any day. No one's handwriting looks like print anyway. Because some flowers don't have all their petals. One of those famous towers are leaning anyway. Some inventions took 243 tries to make and still aren't perfect. You used to not be able to walk, be able to talk. Now you think I'm joking. Nobody's perfect. I didn't notice. You didn't notice. There's one thing we all have in common. We're all imperfect. Some roses aren't red. Some violets aren't blue. That's okay too. That's okay too. Some things you didn't notice is everyone's imperfect. Time for bed, Olivia. This song is imperfect.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.